Suggestions for doing the first one, guys? I already did this. I already did 12 part 1. So anybody have suggestions for 12 part 2? Common denominator. You have a half, you have 2/3, and you have 3/4. So what would be the common denominator? 12s. Okay. So Paddy, how'd you turn a half into 12s? Top and bottom by 6. What about the other one? What about thirds? 4 top and bottom. And then finally 3/4. 3 top and bottom. So we're going to get 6/12 is to 8/12 is to 9/12. Now the 12s don't matter, so it's basically 6 is to 8 is to 9. Now what you have to do when you have 3 normal numbers, add them together. And what happens when you add them together? You're going to get 23s, aren't you? So the first one 6 over 23, the next one 8 over 23, and the one after that 9 over 23. So once you have that done, you then got to use the calculator, and you can find out what 1/23 is if you want. Might be quicker that way. So multiply by 1 over 23. It's 40. So 1/23 equals 40. So what can you tell me 6/23 would be then? 6/23? 6 times bigger than 40? 240. So that goes to 240. 8 times bigger than 40? 320. And finally the last part, 9 over 23, 360. So 360. Okay. So how many people got that one out? 12 part 2. 240, 320, and 360. Okay. Now, question 19. 19 is a decent level 1. Ratio 2 is to 4 is to 5. Can anybody tell me 2 is to 4 is to 5? How many? What fraction should we use for that? 11. So 2 over 11, 4 over 11, and 5 over 11. Now, it specifies P is 2 11ths, Q is 4 11ths, and R is 5 11ths. What does it say about Q? 60. 4 11ths equals 60. So what do you think 1 11th will be? 1 11th? 4 times smaller, so divide it by 4 and you get 15. Now you have to find out what 2 11ths is. So what's 2 11ths is what, guys? Multiply it by 2 and what you get? 30. You get 30 for P. Q gets you 60. And what does R get you? Sorry? 75, because it'd be 5 11ths is 75. So what's the total money we shared then? You can add them all up together and you get 165. 165 euro. We good with that? Okay. 23. Let's consider a difficult one. 360 is divided between A and B and the ratio 3 is to K. If A receives 135, find the value of K. Now guys, what I'd ask you to do when you get a question like this, imagine what would you do if it was 3 is to 7. What would you do? You'd add the 3 and the 7 together to get 10s, wouldn't you? So it would be 3/10. Would everybody agree with that? Or technically speaking, 3 over 3 plus 7. Because you added the 3 and the 7 together to get to 10. What I suggest is you do the same thing here. This fraction is 3 divided by 3 plus K. Because you can't add them together. But you would if you could. Now, this fraction equals how much money? It equals 135 out of 360. Does that make sense? It's the same fraction as 135 out of 360. So all we gotta do next is cross multiply. What's 3 times 360? 1080. And 3 times 135? 3 times 135? 405 plus 135k. Sorry, I should explain what exactly went down there. I cross multiplied, so I did 3 times 360 plus 135 times 3 plus k, and then I multiplied them out. So that's where I got these numbers from. Okay. Solve what k is. So what's a 1080 minus 405? Anybody know? Yeah, it's gonna take that as a no, but yeah, I think it's 675. Somebody said 675. Well done, a bit late, but good. Now, divided by 135. So 675 divided by 135. So k equals 5. Okay, that's us done.